Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to keep our slow pace of one chapter through the New Testament each weekday morning. There's no pressure to believe, no weight that needs to be cast on your shoulders about accommodating or acclimating to a certain lifestyle. This is really just a space where we can read the text and see what's actually happening right there in front of us. Mark 6 is where we are today, and this chapter begins with Jesus in his hometown. And it doesn't go very well, to say the very least. The people who watched him grow up, cute little Jesus boy, they watch him now and they struggle to see him as anything more than the familiar Jesus they saw growing up. Isn't this the carpenter? They would ask. Their proximity becomes a barrier. Mark says he was amazed at their lack of trust. It's a sobering thought, honestly. Sometimes the people closest to us can miss what's right in front of them the entire time. They can't see us any differently. Then Jesus sends out the 12, 2 by 2. No extra supplies, no safety nets, just a message and dependence upon hospitality. They heal, they teach, they confront brokenness, and it works. But it isn't glamorous. It's simple, but vulnerable work. And then the mood changes. It darkens quite a little bit, actually. We get the story of John the Baptist's execution, caught in the crossfire of pride, power, and a political system that is made to wreck promises in public. It's political, it's messy, and it's tragic. Faithfulness doesn't protect John from consequences. And I think that's an important lesson for you and I to learn as well, is just because we're faithful to God, just because we're, air quotes here, morally good people, just because we believe in Jesus even, doesn't mean that it's going to save us from rough times. As a matter of fact, all throughout the Bible, we see some of the most faithful people of God, the people who are listed in that book of Hebrews, where it's the hall of faith, those people who were faithful in all their lives. They still struggled with large struggles as they went through life. We should not assume that just because we're faithful people, that means we're going to be preserved from some sort of challenge in this life. Later on in the chapter, we find the feeding of the 5,000. The disciples, all they see is scarcity. They see only 5 loaves, only 2 fish. There's not nearly enough to feed these 5,000 men plus women and children. But where they see scarcity, Jesus sees possibility. He blesses what's there. He breaks it. He gives thanks. And somehow, in a miraculous way, he was able to multiply it so that everyone eats. And there are leftovers. We continue on with the disciples. They're in the boat again, battling wind and waves. Jesus walks on the water. All of these things are reminders that we can hold several realities in tension, right? There's this rejection is real, this idea of fear being powerful, and what seems insufficient might be more than enough in the right hands. Are we willing to trust what we have in God's hands? Thanks for slowing down with me today. Be well, friends.